Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And now I'm going to tell about the 21st century. So, the novel since 2000 is the defining event of the first part of the 21st century was the attack on American target, including the Twin Towers in Newark on 11 September 2001. The attack had a huge impact in every sense, emotionally, culturally, politically, all over the world. Imaginative responses to the when through a stage of shock, grief, anger, and civilization. So next is this concern to make sense of a fragmented and rapidly changing world is a natural function of literature. The shock and awe of the 1990 led to stumble to new kind of narrative, sometimes government-led, about threat to the very fabric of society. The economic crash in 2008, wars in Iraq, Afghanistan, and the War of Terror have all contributed to create a particular atmosphere of the early years of the 21st century. Irving Wells was transporting has held its place as a definitive text of the 1990 shows something of how perception have changed over recent decades. Perception of politics, of violence, of international interdependence, of gender, of poverty and wealth, all of this have undergone some pretty radical shift in the Western world. So how to be both is precisely in the history of literature in English, written by women has considered a part, a practice most would now consider offensive. Many of the major writers of our time happen to be women, just as many happen to be a guy or born outside Great Britain of whatever else might dismiss. Darby's Lessing give insight into female experience in such masterpieces as The Golden Notebook and The Summer Before the Dark. Edna Brief give us wondrous chronicles of girl growing up in Ireland. Muriel Spring gave us both Miss Jane Broadley and The Girls of Slender Means, among many others. But all of these are much more than writer about women, and many male authors have also happened to write well about women. So, States of the Nation is in the 20s. Many of Martin Amis' novels continue his bad boy image, exploiting the more disreputable character in modern-day society. With Lionel Ashbow's State of England in 2012, the return of brilliant satirical, almost Dickensian form set in dystopian this tone and with a welter of Dickensian names and characters, he portrayed a rotten society corrupted by crime, money, and lack of morality. So, who would want to stay? Zadie Smith, with Tate in 2000, is about multicultural life in London, where the mix is about Asian and Caribbean and profoundly British too. It's time of unhappiness and placement, lack of communication between race and between generation is humorous, and it is secret all the universal. So Harry Kunzu rejected the John Lewis Wright prize of his novel The Impressionist because he felt the newspaper that awarded the Mail of Sunday did not share his attitude on race and discrimination in today's Britain. Kunzu's novel is a panorama of Indian and British interrelationship, color and culture, rules and refinement, as the title suggests. It questions many of the easy assumptions of the post-colonial and indeed the colonial world, and is considerably more ambitious and, let it be said, original and inventive than many of the attempts at the multicultural of or cross-cultural novel have been. So the freedom of all of England here in my head. So Graham Smith, The Light of Day, is a descriptively simple story written in a economical pared-down style of revelation and concealment, love and murder. The quiet, enigmatic voice of the narrator and an ex-policeman who has become a private detective is a beautifully judged in the slow unfolding of a real tragedy. So war and types in the perspective is the whose name is the huge reputation in her life, but she was constantly running up the broken prize. Thus remained after her death when a special Booker Prize was given to body to her nominate words. So the genre of fiction is with a dot of three of the major writers of crime fiction, P.D. James, Randall, and Regent Hill. There was some talk of the passing of a golden age. Nothing could be further from the truth. In the past 20 or 30 years, new generation of writers have explored what used to be rather snobbish termly genre fiction, and have used the wide range of genres available of produce some of the most sociality and social influence, politically charged, and experimental fiction of your time. So Ian Ruskin himself was said, crime fiction is going through a second golden age. It seemed to me that the literary novel is actually looking back. The crime novel is dealing with illegal immigrant, pedophile, drugs, and it's dealing with a big moral questions of good and evil. So Alphon and James and anybody, everybody loses an eye. The thriller as a subgenre has often been where the spy novel of writers such as John Le Carré are collocated with the increasing threat to the whole world from terrorist acts, where we are reminded more and more of John Buchenline quote about the sheet of glass between order and choice in the modern world. So Christopher Brockmclee novel defines categorization always subversively comic. They move from crime thriller to future fiction, to gothic, and back again with consummate as Bartley Be My Enemy, for example. Plus have with the weekend country house party tradition, bringing it up to date in political satire, revenge, and highly imaginative voice of killing both self and enemies. So in so poetry since 2000 is poetry has flourished in the early 21st century, where some poets become very significant public figure. Many are, of course, do not into the charging vibe, but poetry often distains itself from the quotidian, probing the eternal values, author often from the stimulus of actual present-day event. Poetry is often seen as a genre that can come close to the true recounting of nature, from Wordsworth to Tithagis, and long line of nature poet has led to major current figures such as Alice Walt. So drama since 2000 is David Edgar has been one of the most consistent, prolific, and political of dramatists from the 1970s. The time of some of his work from the 1970s and 1980s have turned out to be the lasting resonance, and also they may have been centered around the fall of communism, the right-wing government of had and then treasure of the burgeoning racism of this decades. All the dividends have remained relevant, and the question of left wing or right wing conflict seems now to be more valid subjects for drama than ever. So, Blessed to the Hangman is since the turn of the millennium, there was been a flourishing new drama. For the theater as well as for television and the cinema, drama has had something a golden age. Despite transition and cutbacks, and it flourished in a tiny French theater, as well as the established London and provincial centers, more perhaps than poetry for or the novel, drama has been able to resonate more immediately with the vibe, to give voice, verbatim and otherwise, to the urgent social concern of the new century. And the vibe of this new century has changed. Reality television has been one of the main influence. Every athletic is played out live on screen all around the globe, and constructed television show push the boundaries of acceptable taste and torture as far as they can go. The outstanding play that document is phenomenon is Make Bradley King in 2015. So the ending and beginnings is the note of con- continuity in the term of the writer in the face of infinity. Literature is the term of the imagination. As such, it will only die if or when imagination dies. So thank you. This is all for me. See you in the next video.